As you start to add resources or activities, you will notice that things can start to get a little bit messy. So what we're going to look at now is how can we take these resources that we have here and just organize and arrange them a little bit better. So I'm going to turn editing on. You will now see next to all of our links or our resources that we have here, we've got little icons. The first one here, the pencil, allows me to simply click and edit the document name straight away. Next, we've got a black arrow which will indent the document just a little bit. We can keep on indenting if we want or move it back. The next option we have here is one that allows us to move it. Next to it, we've got the hand which allows us to update it. We've got this one which allows us to duplicate a resource. This is handy for the next resource I'm going to introduce. The X will allow us to delete it. The eye icon will allow us to hide it, and we won't get into roles and permissions just yet. What we are going to focus on now, however, is this third icon in, which allows us to move it. So I'm going to click on this one. I'm simply going to drag it, and you'll see that I'm able to sort my documents simply by dragging it. So this is really handy if we want to start moving similar documents together. For example, I can move all of my PDFs together, and I can keep all of my links together. However, there's still a little bit more we can do to just make it a little bit easier for our learners to interpret what we've got up there. So what we will do now is add another resource called a label. As I click on the label, you will see that it has a few uses here for it. And one of the uses are to split up a long list of activities with a subheading or an image. So I'm just going to select the label, and I'm going to give it some text. In this case, I'm just going to say documents for review, and I will save. I'm going to add another label, and I will call this one web links, and save. So now what I will do, I will drag this documents for review and put it above my documents, and I'll drag the web links and put it above my web links. As you can see, it still does not give us enough definition around the content, so the other thing we can do is now start to do a little bit of indenting. So I'm going to indent all of my resources under that label. Going to do the same thing for the web links. And I'm going to have a look to see what happens if I turn editing off. This is definitely a little bit easier to read now. In the next video, I'm going to look at how we can format the text that we use throughout our course using a syntax called Markdown.